at the Trump Taj Mahal on the boardwalk where heavyweights will be in the ring. American Mercer will hope to slam the door on the hopes of Ukraine's Wladimir Klitchko to put himself in position to become the likely challenger to Lennox Lewis for Lewis's heavyweight crown.
Introducing first in the blue corner to my right, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim, he weighs in at 228 pounds. His professional record reads 30 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw, and 22 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Pleasantville, New Jersey, introducing the challenger, Merciless Mercer. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the red trunks, weighing 243 pounds, professional record, 38 victories, 1 defeat, 35 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Kiev in the Ukraine, ranked #1 by the prestigious Bible of Boxing Ring Magazine. Here is the WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Wladimir Steelhammer Klitchko. 12 rounds for the WBO heavyweight championship of the world. Let's go, Ray. Send him up. Send him up. Okay, gentlemen, one last review of the rules. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. Can't be saved by any bell. I want you to do 2 things for me. I want you to obey my commands, but I want you to defend yourselves at all times. You ready for a good, clean fight? Shake hands and come out of the bell.
In order to get a shot at Lennox Lewis, Wladimir Klitchko not only has to impress the media and fans, but his own very cautious promoters who would rather wait. He wants it sooner than later, when Lewis might not be around.
Tommy Brooks suggested in a newspaper quote, Wladimir will be ready for Lewis in 2 or 3 fights. Wladimir said, I have nothing but respect for Tommy. I beg to differ. I want to fight him right now. Against lesser opposition coming in, Mercer has been steamrolling his opponents, throwing 30 to 40 jabs per round. Will he do that against Klitchko? It might open him up for some big shots in return.
Well, I believe in judging a guy's performance, mainly off of performance against quality opposition. And recently, Mercer has not fought quality opposition, so it's really hard to judge. This is going to be a good gauge tonight.
When we asked Wladimir what would he do to stop Mercer's jab, he said, I'm going to start it off and jab first. I'm going to make him react to me. So far, Wladimir is doing exactly that.
Wladimir is a good jab, and sometimes he really doesn't jab. He's using it as a probe. He kind of feels and probes you around to see the way your body moves, and then he tries to fire the right hand.
Very similar to what Lennox Lewis does.
Yes, and his hero, Max Spelling, who Klitchko says was his favorite fighter, he used to fight much like that, too.
One of the things Wladimir does that you don't see in a lot of top heavyweights is to turn that jab sideways and use it as a hook.
Yeah, he's a lot more diversified, as I'm noticing in fights, but the one thing he's got to watch out with Mercer is Mercer's jab.
And Mercer has already rocked Klitchko with 1 jab, so Wladimir knocks Mercer back with a right hand. His right hand is so fast, Emmanuel.
It's a good right hand, is straight through the center. At this stage, Mercer's not been able to sustain any type of attack, but this is typical Mercer anyway.
He has stunned Wladimir twice with the power of his jab.
Yes, he gets very close before he jabs. He doesn't jab at a long distance.
Mercer's chin speaks for itself. Been knocked down once by Holyfield on a body shot. Has never been knocked out. Left hook, Klitchko. Another one. Wladimir throwing a lot of punches in round 1.
Mercer has walked through a lot of fire during his career. He's walking through a blaze right here.
Klitchko is punching with a lot of power and a lot of accuracy. But Mercer is still able to land the left jab because he's jabbing over top of Klitschko's right hand.
This time, Klitschko ducks his head and fires the left hand back 3 times, flooring Mercer with a left hook. And that is the first knockdown ever in Mercer's career on a punch to the head.
And it was the left hook kind of punch we have not seen many top Europeans throw.
Yes. He had Mercer preoccupied with the jab, and then he changed it into a left hook.
Mercer shakes his head as if to say, you're not going to detonate me. Klitschko overwhelmed him in the first round with power shots.
I'm all right, man. Mercer, calm down. And jab, step with the jab. And listen to Mike.
Let's get that jab busy, man. All right? Drop down, jab up. You stand up too high. Drop down. Well, same thing you've been doing in the gym, right? Right. How you feel, buddy?
I'm all right, man.
You're doing very good. You're doing a beautiful job. Keep going that way. You don't have a problem. You work perfect with your left hand. He comes right as we expected it. You have to move. You have to move a little bit more.
Mercer
Right now, you can see Klitschko is opening it up. He's doing a variety of things, and Mercer is having a problem of trying to figure out what he's doing.
You just don't see a lot of heavyweights, not top ones, who lead with the left hook as Klitschko is capable of doing. That's what put Mercer on his back.
But everything is coming from behind a beautiful left jab.
You heard Mercer's corner asking for more jabs. Ray may have another thought in there. He's the one who gets hit with the right hand when he throws the jab. Mercer said if Klitschko's coming to make a statement against Ray Mercer, he's got another thing coming. Klitschko keeps hitting him like this, and Ray may soon be thinking of fishing.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see Mercer go over a couple of rounds more than this year because Klitschko is punching accuracy, and he's very solidly. His foundation is very good. His balance is perfect all the time.
Sweeps the right cross from the side to make contact with Mercer. Mercer ducking now to try to get away from the right hand. Ray still sticks that jab when he gets close. Another big shot. Mercer backs into the rope.
Early in the
Here
round,
comes the assault. Ray waves him in like, come on. Fall for the sucker tactic. Again, the left hook. 3 times. Flush on the side of Mercer's head. Right cross through the guard. Mercer rushes forward. Klitschko stops it with the left. Ray sticks the jab in his face. So Mercer weathered the storm there. Klitschko was perhaps a little too patient.
Well, I think when Mercer started talking to him, he figured Mercer was psyching him out. And he did.
I remember when Muhammad Ali's toughness was questioned. It took about 10 years before anybody could really challenge that toughness. And this giant Ukrainian may be so good that it will take a long time before anybody can really test how tough he is.
At this point, I'm very impressed with his performance tonight, Larry. He's doing everything perfect tonight.
He's a tremendous offensive fighter.
Everything perfect.
He's just a great offensive fighter at this moment. He is bombing Ray Mercer with big shots.
And the most that Mercer can offer back is a jab.
We asked Klitschko what he expected to do to try to defend himself against Mercer. He said the best defense is a good offense. I'm going to make him worry about me.
And that's exactly what he's doing tonight, too. Once again, you'll see Klitschko shooting those right hands. You notice he's shooting most of them through the center now. He's not throwing them over the top.
Tommy Brooks, who trained Tyson, perhaps paid one of the highest compliments to Klitschko when he said his hands are faster than Tyson's was.
That's a tremendous compliment, especially when you consider the man is 6'6". And he maintains good balance when he finishes punching. That's what's also impressive, too.
Mercer's corner seems calm. They seem to feel like their fighter is going where they want him to go. And you can't look at Wladimir without raising the specter of the one negative event in his career. The one fight he lost 15 fights ago against an American journeyman named Ross Purity. He dominated Purity for 10 rounds and then ran out of gas in the 11th and utterly caved in. Very similar to his brother Vitaly's one loss when he quit on his stool with a hurt shoulder after 9 rounds of dominating Chris Bird. So the question in the minds of many American observers is, do the Klitschkos have no heart? Is it possible that when the first adverse circumstance arises, they will cave in? Surely that's what Mercer is looking for later in the fight.
That's the other thing that Mercer can hope for, because he can't match this guy in terms of skill, strength, or anything else. He only can hope he can wear him out, and eventually he can add to that jab, which he's working very effectively going over top of Klitschko's right hand. But he's going to have to add more to that later on.
Another big heavyweight, Jamil McCline, seated at ringside here tonight, hoping for a shot at Klitschko down the road. Klein has moved into the top 6 unexpectedly. Klitschko bombs Mercer again with the right hand. Ray backs up into the ropes again.
Klitschko has found a home with those straight right hands through the middle as Mercer holds his hands up on top. He's shooting most of the right hands right between the gloves.
And that one he shot around the outside of the glove, sweeping it a little, as he can do, as Lennox has learned to do also in recent fights. There's another one straight up the middle that was a bomb.
Yeah, you're seeing it. Mainly, you notice he's going back to that European style with his left hand, not really jabbing with his left hand. He's pawing and trying to anticipate the head movement of Mercer. Then he shoots the right hand.
But when you say shoot, you mean shoot.
Yeah.
He doesn't push it.
I think he's fighting a very good fight, a perfect fight, actually, regardless of what happened at this stage. Klitschko's fighting a very good fight, and Mercer, too. But once again,
uppercut lands. Mercer pauses to shake his head. Klitschko says, shake it all you want. I'll hit you again and again. A very determined Wladimir Klitschko.
And a big cut on the right eye of Mercer, which is closing in any event.
Product of those left hooks.
You having fun yet? I'm dating. Come on, Mercer. Okay.
Mercer, hold your head back. When you get the right hand over top of this.
You hear this, right? Right. Yeah, you have to fire your right hand over top. It's behind the jab, brother. I'm throwing him down. Fuck.
Ray, give me the jaw.
Just relax. Don't load up. Just let it go. Just let it go. All right, okay. Okay? He's slowing down, and you got to take it real Okay. Yeah. Okay? Just relax. Okay? What you do, Mike?
Breathe. That's on you.
Did I hear somebody in Mercer's corner say to him, are we having fun yet?
well, they may, but I don't think Mercer is.
Well, they've been asking Mercer to throw the right hand over the guard, and he did, and landed it.
I think if there ever was a time that Mercer needs to change up, it's now. He should let everything go now. With the cut, and that's not going to get any better. He's going to have to open up. This fight's going to have to be stopped.
That cut's in a bad spot.
Cut and swelling.
And Klitschko is going to focus a little more on the left hook to take advantage of that cut.
Rays need to open up now.
Mercer is squinting.
Oh, what a right hand. I don't think Mercer can believe what's happening to him in there. I think the head shaking is all about, my God, where did this guy come from?
this could be the end here.
There's only one heavyweight in the world who might have a chance to stand in against Wladimir Klitchko.
That was a very impressive performance tonight.
And his name is Lennox Lewis, Manny. That's the only guy.
I was very impressed tonight.
Well, earlier I said, going into this fight, he had to impress fans, the media, and especially his own promoters with his performance tonight in order to convince everyone he should be Lennox Lewis's next opponent.
All right, let's take a look first, Manny, at the punches that caused the cut in round 5. Boom.
Left hook, right hand through the middle. It was just a combination of punches. And what was so good, he mixed up his attack. Even though Mercer fought with his hands held up high, he jabbed, he shot left hooks, he shot right hands through the middle. Very smart fighter.
This was the prophecy of Tommy Brooks, who said, when Wladimir brings his heat, Ray's going to cut.
Well, I don't think anybody can take the punches that he took without something swelling up or busting loose. Very impressive performance. And even though he throwed a lot of punches, he was always very relaxed, breathing very steady and consistent, where I don't think he would have tired as fast as a lot of other fighters who would have been punching the same way, especially for a big man.
Well, the skeptics will say, okay, Mercer was 41 years old. He was a stationary target. He was really finished before this fight. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, Mercer was not really a good gauge to some degree, but I was still very impressed with the fighter himself. The fact that he punched accurately, mixed up his attack, didn't seem to tire, and he just had solid balance. Even when Mercer blocked punches, he moved Mercer's body around.
All right, let's go to ring announcer Mark Barrow for the official particulars on the Klitchko chaos.
Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 8 seconds of the 6th round. The winner by technical knockout and still WBO heavyweight champion of the world, Wladimir Klitchko. Klitchko.
CompuBox knows